gitu ya. Dia tuh baik banget, dia punya banyak kasih sayang yang diberikan untuk semua orang. Dia suka memberi, tapi nggak terlalu berharap akan menerima kembali. Jadi orangnya kayak legowo gitu, gimana ya, kayak ya emang dia baik aja, baik banget gitu. Saking baiknya sampai Gopi ini kalau yang aku tangkep ya, orangnya tuh terlalu naif gitu, terlalu naif, gampang percaya sama orang gitu. Biasanya kalau kayak gitu tuh gampang dibohongin gitu ya, rada kasihan sih. Dan ini Gopi juga dia latar belakangnya mungkin karena pendidikannya tidak tinggi, jadi dia mungkin kurang kritis gitu, jadi terlalu polos, terlalu lugu gitu. Kan tadi dibilangnya innocent people gitu. Nah terakhir Jia berharap semoga karakter saya sebagai Gopi ini bisa mengajarkan penonton tentang apa yang harus dilakukan dan apa yang harus tidak dilakukan dalam hidup gitu, dalam menyikapi hidup berhadapan dengan orang-orang. Semoga aja penonton itu bisa belajar dari karakter Gopi, baik kelebihan maupun kekurangannya dia gitu. Okay, so Jia, let's continue. At that time, when the very first time you knew that you had to play as Gopi, how did you feel? How did you felt at that time?
So honestly, I was a newcomer who was, trying to make a mark and get a show. And I went through a lot of failures. And when I auditioned for Gopi, I honestly felt, oh, okay, just another audition. I don't know if I'm going to make it. So actually, I gave the audition very half-heartedly, and I had no expectations that I'm going to get a call from the makers. So when
Were
they
you
called me up,
pessimistic? Were you pessimistic?
I was not exactly pessimistic, but I was a little heartbroken because I have been trying for 2.5 years, and I wasn't getting a breakthrough in my career. So constantly I was facing failure. So that is one time when I auditioned for Gopi, and I was like little heartbroken when I was auditioning for the same, and probably that is what touched the makers because they kind of saw the pain in me, which was needed for Gopi. So when they called me up and they told me we want to sign you for the show, I was really taken aback, and I thought I have given so many amazing auditions. I didn't get selected there. How come I got selected here? So, anyways, I was just grateful, and I didn't know that the show is going to be this big. I didn't know that the character is going to be this big, and I didn't know that I'm going to get so much love from the show, from the character, not only in India but from all over the world.
Mm-hmm. So you didn't know that role was going to come for you. At first, okay, let me translate it first to Antv lovers. Nah, jadi Jia barusan menceritakan dulu awal-awal dia pas baru dikasih tahu mendapatkan peran Gopi gitu ya. Jadi Jia itu dia sebenarnya nggak pernah berharap gitu bahwa dia akan lulus audisi gitu di serial Gopi ini karena sebelumnya dia udah sering banyak ikut audisi dan ternyata banyak banget kegagalan yang sudah dia lalui gitu sehingga akhirnya dia kayak udah ya udahlah mungkin karena udah sering gagal jadi dia pada saat audisi itu juga wah ternyata dia nggak nyangka akhirnya dapet juga gitu dan ternyata dari serial Gopi ini dia bersyukur banget karena ternyata serialnya sukses dan ditayangkan di banyak mungkin selain di India salah satunya juga pastinya di Indonesia gitu yang membuat nama Jia Manek jadi semakin terkenal dan itu yang dia syukuri gitu. Dia senang banget bisa menjadi bagian dari Gopi karena awalnya dia nggak menyangka oh ternyata serial Gopi bisa sesukses ini gitu dan bisa mengantarkan nama Jia Manek jadi cukup dikenal bahkan di Indonesia gitu. Okay, so Jia, so you already told me before that you really didn't you're really grateful and you didn't know that it's actually is that big. It's going to be very big until it's aired in Indonesia. So when Gopi is airing again in Indonesia, it's twice, right? Yeah. So how does it feel when you knew that Gopi is airing again now in Antv?
So for the first time when I got to know that Gopi is airing in Indonesia, I was in Sydney in between my vacation. And I got this call from Antv and they said that, we've launched your show and we would like you to come here and be a part of our channel and be a part of our shows. I left my vacation in between, ran back to India, packed my bags, and I boarded my flight to Indonesia. So it was just like a complete surprise and a complete shock for me. When I say shock, very pleasant shock, because I didn't expect something like that. I never thought that I would ever be going to Indonesia for work, and I didn't know that my show is going to be launched in a different country in a different language. So
Yeah,
that was the first time. But when it happened for the second time, I was again extremely grateful, because once if a show is aired, it's a big thing. But when the show is aired for the second time, I think we as actors, we really need to be grateful to the makers, to the
yeah.
people who have given us platform, and even to ANTV for accepting and airing my show for the second time.
Oke, nah jadi Gia barusan cerita dia juga tidak menyangka bahwa ternyata serial Gopi ini sampai ditayangin 2 kali di Antv, karena berarti ya penontonnya banyak yang suka dengan serial Gopi gitu. Dan pastinya pas dia tahu wah Gopi ditayangin lagi nih di Antv, dia pasti ya ngerasa sangat bersyukur sekali, dia senang sama bahwa ternyata penonton Indonesia banyak nih yang suka sama serial Gopi dan juga Antv yang sudah memberikan kesempatan ini gitu. Terus juga ya sama yang pembuat Gopinya sendiri juga dia ngerasa berterima kasih sekali, dan pastinya juga para fansnya ya, Antv lovers yang selalu mendukung nih karir Gia Manik. Dia seneng karena dia nggak menyangka kalau ternyata dan dia juga nggak berharap awalnya kalau serial Gopi ini bisa ternyata banyak banget yang suka gitu. So Gia, do you have any favorite scene in Gopi?
Of course, the laptop washing scene, that is the favorite, and that's the world's favorite scene also, where I
Yeah.
had washed the laptop. So,
Washing.
sorry?
A laptop washing scene.
Laptop washing scene, because when I was shooting for it, we were all laughing and thinking that what is this and how can you do this? And there were multiple retakes, because I, as Gia, couldn't stop laughing that how can something like that be done? How can I do this? I cannot relate to this. But it was surprising for us that the scene did so well, and the scene went viral. And today, when people see me, they say, "Oh, the girl who washed the laptop."
Oh, the girl watched the laptop because Gopi is very innocent girl, like you said before. Okay, so what happened to the laptop?
So what happened to the laptop was the fact that, as I said, that Gopi was uneducated because she didn't get an
Yeah.
opportunity to complete her education.
Yeah.
And the next point that I mentioned is she trusts people easily, and when it comes to her family, she will just close her eyes and just agree to everything they say. If they say it is night during the day, she will say, "Okay, it is night." She was that docile, and her sister apparently coaxes her to wash the laptop, because Gopi is trying to win AMG's heart. But Ahem is a little tough, and he's a little arrogant in the beginning, and he doesn't reciprocate to Gopi's love. So to impress her husband, to make him happy, she feels that, okay, let me follow what my sister said to please my husband. So the sister gave instructions, Rashi gave instruction to Gopi that go to the kitchen where you wash your vessels, just wash the laptop, put water on it, put detergent on it, clean it properly like how you clean vessels, and then dry it in the area where you dry the clothes, where there's this
Oh my God.
this thing where you hang the clothes. There I hung the laptop, and I'm looking at the laptop and I'm blushing that, oh, my husband is going to come back and he's going to be so happy. Gopi, well done. But what happens actually is that he ends up giving me a tight slap across my face.
Yeah, because the laptop was broken, of course.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Okay.
And all his data was washed off.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, all the data was gone. Yeah, like
Completely.
okay.
Yes.
So jadi Gia, okay, I will try to translate your answers, Gia. I hope I will do well.
Yes, you will.
Gia baru aja cerita tentang scene-scene yang paling tidak bisa dilupakan ketika dia syuting serial Gopi gitu. Nah, jadi kan tadi udah dijelasin sama Gia kalau karakter Gopi ini perempuan yang lugu banget, polos, gampang percaya sama orang, apalagi kalau itu keluarganya dan pendidikannya juga nggak tinggi gitu ya. Jadi mungkin kalau orang seperti itu biasanya nggak banyak pengetahuan yang dia miliki, sehingga dia gampang-gampang percaya aja sama orang gitu. Nah, waktu itu jadi digambarkannya adegannya itu adalah Gopi ini pengen sekali menyenangkan hati suaminya gitu. Jadi dia berusaha menjadi istri yang baik. Terus dia disaranin sama kakaknya, kamu tahu nggak kalau kamu pengen jadi istri yang baik, kamu tuh harusnya nyuci-nyuci nggak cuma baju doang, nggak cuma piring doang, tapi laptop suami kamu juga kamu cuci gitu. Dan Gopi sebagai karakter yang sangat polos sekali mengikuti saran kakaknya itu untuk mencuci laptop suaminya. Akhirnya benar deh tuh dicuci tuh laptopnya sampai bersih, terus digantung di jemuran gitu. Ya akhirnya ya laptopnya rusak, laptop suaminya rusak karena dicuci kan laptop harusnya nggak boleh dicuci dong ya kan. Laptopnya rusak, data-datanya hilang, akhirnya walhasil Gopi bukannya malah dipuji sama suaminya sebagai istri yang baik, malah dikasih tamparan gitu karena gara-gara dicuci laptopnya jadi rusak gitu. Ini sebenarnya antara lucu tapi sedih juga, tapi kok ya polos banget gitu ya. Tapi ya ternyata seperti itulah karakternya Gopi yang harus diperankan sama Jia Manek, dan katanya itu dia nggak bisa lupa banget karena sebenarnya ini aslinya kalau aku kayak gini nih, aku nggak bisa nih kalau kayak gini karena emang anaknya tuh karakter Gopi tuh se-inosen itu gitu, sepolos itu dia sampai nyuci laptop aja diikutin gitu ya. Semoga Antv Lovers nggak ada ya yang kayak gitu ya di sini, kalau punya laptop jangan dicuci, nanti laptopnya rusak gitu ya. Oke, so Gia, you already told us that your most favorite scene on Gopi, but playing as a Gopi, as a innocent girl who has a lot of love but didn't have education for her life, do you feel any difficulties as an actor during the shooting process?
During the shooting process, definitely, I would say, because it was my first show, and I didn't have any former acting training from anywhere. So whatever acting that I learned was through the various auditions that I gave for 2.5 years. And Gopi was a platform. The show was a platform which taught me how to face the camera, which taught me how to take the light, which taught me how to emote, which taught me how to cry. Because in the beginning of the show, when I had to do crying scenes, I just couldn't get it right. I didn't know how to cry. And I used to put a lot of glycerin in my eyes to, for the tears to flow out. But 3 months in the show, I just focused, and I was just determined to do very well. And I was determined that, the producers have trusted me and given me a beautiful role. I need to do justice to it. So I put all my focus in it, and I just made sure I'm giving my 100%. And in 3 months' time, I stopped using the glycerin. And then 3 months after the show, I started crying myself for all the scenes. I didn't need to use natural. I didn't need to use glycerin anymore.
That's amazing. I mean, that's an amazing job as an actor.
Thank you.
Okay, so but you think, what do you think about this Gopi character? Do you think it is an easy role to play, or actually it is very difficult to play as Gopi?
So when I did it for the first time, of course, it was difficult for me. But today, if I'm asked to become Gopi again, it is my comfort zone.
Oh.
But then when I started, it wasn't a comfort zone because it was something new that I was attempting. And because I did it for such a long time, so today it has become a comfort zone.
Okay, that's amazing. Okay, I will try to translate your answers.
Yes.
Gia. Nah, jadi Gia nih cerita tentang pengalaman dia waktu kemarin syuting Gopi gitu. Apakah ada apa aja sih tantangannya, susah nggak sih untuk memainkan karakter sebagai Gopi yang sepolos itu gitu ya? Dia tahan nggak ya untuk nggak, gemes banget sih Gopi gitu. Dia tetap bisa profesional atau enggak gitu kan? Nah, terus Gia cerita bahwa dia pertama-tama tuh sebelum Gopi, aku tuh nggak pernah acting sebelumnya atau main di serial TV. Jadi tuh Gopi ini adalah serial pertama saya nggak pernah belajar acting sebelumnya. Saya cuma belajar acting dari audisi-audisi aja. Dan sebenarnya pada saat dia syuting Gopi itu adalah platform atau tempat dia untuk benar-benar menimba ilmu actingnya dia gitu. Jadi pada awal-awalnya Jia memulai karir aktingnya, itu dia cerita awal-awalnya tuh aku nggak bisa nangis Bella. Jadi waktu disuruh acting nangis, dia pakai itu apa sih? Kalau di sini nggak boleh nyebut merek ya, tapi tahu kan yang kayak tetesan mata yang supaya dia kesannya nangis. Padahal itu sebenarnya bukan air mata asli gitu ya. Itu air mata buatan ternyata. Nah awal-awalnya tuh Jia paling nggak bisa kalau disuruh nangis gitu, sehingga dia memerlukan bantuan gitu kan. Tapi ya karena Jia ini dia memiliki kemauan yang keras dan aku berusaha untuk fokus, aku berusaha untuk mengasah terus